What if the world's greatest threat was also its only hope? Police car light. Deep within a top-secret facility near Tokyo Bay, two heavily armed guards stand watch over a mysterious cryogenic capsule. Inside lies a being of immense power, one that has been asleep for 50 years. This being is Shadow the Hedgehog, a living weapon, a force of destruction, but also a hero waiting to awaken. Suddenly an alarm blares. The facility's security systems are hacked, sending sparks flying as the containment locks disengage. Monitors display critical warning. Shadow's heart rate spikes. Then his eyes snap open. Boom! The entire room explodes in a shockwave of energy as Shadow shatters his containment pod. The guards barely have time to react before he dashes forward in a blur, taking them down effortlessly. Shadow escapes into the night, his piercing red eyes glowing under the neon skyline of Tokyo. Meanwhile, in Green Hills, far from the chaos, Sonic, Tails, and Knuckles enjoy a peaceful day with Tom and Maddie. It's a special occasion, the anniversary of Sonic's arrival on Earth, something he now considers his birthday. As they sit around a campfire, Sonic looks up at the stars, reminiscing about Longclaw, the owl who raised him. He turns to Tom and asks, "Do you think she'd be proud of me?" Tom smiles, placing a reassuring hand on Sonic's shoulder. "She'd be more than proud, buddy." But this moment of peace won't last long. A dire warning. Suddenly, the sound of helicopter blades cuts through the night. The GUN, Guardian Units of Nations, has arrived. Commander Walters steps forward, his face grim. "We have a situation," he says. "An extraterrestrial hedgehog, one even stronger than you, Sonic, has awakened. If we don't stop him, the world is in danger." Sonic's eyes narrow. A new rival? Without hesitation, Sonic, Tails, and Knuckles head to Tokyo, unaware of the destruction that awaits them. The battle begins. Arriving in Tokyo, the team finds the city in ruins. Cars flipped over, streets cracked, entire buildings reduced to rubble. Then, from the shadows, he appears. Shadow the Hedgehog. Sonic wastes no time. "You must be the new guy. Let me guess, you're looking for a race?" Shadow doesn't respond. Instead, he dashes forward with blinding speed. Before Sonic can react, a powerful kick sends him crashing through a wall. Knuckles and Tails charge in to help, but Shadow easily outmaneuvers them, proving that his strength isn't just legend, it's fact. "Stay out of my way," Shadow growls before vanishing into the night. Sonic, still dazed, mutters, "Who is this guy?" Unraveling the mystery. Back at GUN headquarters, Commander Walters reveals the truth. 50 years ago, a meteor crash-landed in Oklahoma, containing an unknown life form, Shadow. Scientists studied him for years, but a terrible accident occurred, leading to the death of Maria, the granddaughter of lead researcher Professor Gerald Robotnik. Blaming humanity, Gerald swore revenge, designing a powerful superweapon, the Eclipse Cannon, a doomsday laser capable of wiping out planets. But before he could use it, the government shut down his project and imprisoned Shadow in cryostasis. Now, someone has reactivated Gerald's plan, and the Eclipse Cannon is almost operational. An unlikely alliance. Desperate for answers, Sonic's team tracks down Agent Stone, Dr. Robotnik's right-hand man. But to everyone's surprise, Stone insists, Dr. Robotnik isn't behind this. If not Robotnik, then who? Determined to uncover the truth, Sonic, Tails, and Knuckles reluctantly team up with Robotnik, who agrees to help in exchange for one of Sonic's quills, a deal Sonic may regret later. Their journey leads them to an abandoned GUN research lab, where Shadow has returned. Past revealed. Inside the lab, Shadow discovers his old hover shoes, triggering memories of Maria, her kindness, her dreams of seeing the world, and the promise he made to protect it. But before he can dwell further, collision Professor Gerald appears via hologram. Shadow! It's time to complete my mission. Gerald reveals that he engineered Shadow to be the ultimate weapon, and the Eclipse Cannon is now locked onto Earth. With one final keycard, Shadow can fire the cannon and erase humanity forever. But Shadow hesitates. Maria's words echo in his mind. Shadow! Please protect them. He realizes Gerald's revenge isn't what Maria wanted. Yet before he can decide, Sonic arrives. You have a choice, Shadow. Don't let your past define you. Torn between vengeance and redemption, Shadow finally makes his decision. He will destroy the Eclipse Cannon. But Gerald won't let that happen. The final battle. As the Eclipse Cannon begins charging, Sonic and Shadow team up for the first time, racing against time to shut it down. But Gerald has one last trick, a failsafe that makes the cannon go critical. If it fires, it will destroy Earth instead of saving it. With no other options, Shadow flies into space, using chaos control to redirect the cannon away from the planet. But the energy is too strong, he's being pulled in. Just then, Robotnik makes a shocking choice. He hacks the cannon's controls, buying Shadow enough time to push it out of orbit. The Eclipse Cannon detonates in space. But the explosion sends Shadow spiraling into darkness. And then silence. A hero's sacrifice. On Earth, Sonic watches as the explosion lights up the night sky. He knows what it means. Shadow is gone. Sonic lowers his head, feeling a strange pain in his chest. You were more than just a rival, you were a hero. Earth is safe. But at what cost? The aftermath. Months later, life returns to normal. Tom has recovered, and Sonic, Tails, and Knuckles spend their days racing through the forest. But suddenly, robots appear. Before Sonic can react, a giant hammer smashes them apart. The pink hedgehog steps forward, smirking. Hey, Sonic. Need some help? Amy Rose has arrived. And in the cold void of space, among the wreckage of the Eclipse Cannon, a pair of glowing red eyes flicker open. Shadow is alive. The story isn't over yet.